Hi guys, my name is Leo and welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna replace these old springs and shock absorbers with these awesome new ones from Lada Moscow. I can't wait to install it because with this we are gonna lower it for 120 millimeters and hopefully we can still go over speed bumps. But we're gonna see that. Let's start with the rear one. Okay guys, so now first we leave the car nice and safely and put it on jack stands. And it needs to be high enough so we can pull everything out. So now we grab our tools and first we're gonna remove this wheel. Okay, and now I can show you how to change rear shock absorber and springs. So now we remove a lower bolt for the shock absorber and we put a jack underneath the differential, so when we take out this bolt, these just don't drop down. So we use a 19mm wrench and you can use a wrench, another I'm just gonna use the impact drill and just take it out. And I'm gonna help with the punch we put on the bolt and just easily tap it out. Is out. Okay, now just use this now use this piece and that don't lose it, because all these pieces you need to reuse it later. Okay, now we can remove the spring. I highly recommend to use one of these spring compressor. It's gonna do a much safer job and it's just safer to do. I see people do it with crowbars. I don't like that way. And we're just gonna do this. We're gonna compress the spring and take it out. Okay, so it's out. So we now use a 19mm and just take out the old shock absorber. Okay, from the old shock absorber we need to reuse this metal centerpiece. So I'm just gonna use a socket extension and a hammer to punch it out. Okay, and that's it. Now we have everything. Okay, I forgot to take out this plastic that sits on spring, so just use a flathead screwdriver and pry it out. Okay, so now we put the new bushes and just put in for the lower, upper mounting point, and for the lower we need to reuse this old metal piece and just squeeze it in, and then we are ready for installing. And now that's in. Okay, the installation of the lowered springs are pretty easy because they're so small. I can just put them in, but don't forget this rubber that goes on top. And it's important that a bigger, you see you have two sides of the spring, and there is less space goes on the bottom, and with the bigger space goes on the top. So you just put everything together and put in place for now. Okay, now we take the jack and I'm going to put it on a drum brake, and so that I can compress everything so that I can fit a new shock, get everything level. Okay, so I need to go more up. And that's about perfect. Okay, so now we take the bolt and we need to place the spacers. But that's not too big deal. And we just push the bolt in. And that's it. Okay, now we are all done at the rear. So now we need to remove the front tire and start working on the front shocks and coils. And don't worry guys, I'm showing only this side, but that side of the car is already done. But I film only this because it's the same thing, just gonna be a longer video, and everything you need to know I'm gonna show you here, don't worry. So now we need to remove the upper shock absorber mount, and for that we need to open up the engine bay. Okay, for the upper shock absorber mount you're gonna need a 17mm wrench. If you have with gears it's gonna make your life easier, and we need a 6mm little wrench to hold it in place. But this is hard to film everything to show you how it's done. I'm going to show you on the new absorber how you need to take it out, but now I first need to loose this up. Okay guys, just to show you what I did underneath, I put the wrench and then use a small one to hold this in place and just loosen everything, and that's everything you need to do. Okay, so now we use 13mm and remove the lower two nuts to take out the shock absorber. And now you just pull it out. There you go. It's out. And now we just need a wrench, and to have more access I turn it to the left, and now we have a wrench and I need to take this nut out, and that's pretty much it.
I fell where my demons dwell, my own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my soul. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground. I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm trying just in time.
On the other side I succeed to remove the lower, but here it's such a rust welded together. I gave up and removed the upper, and now we need to place a new spring, and now we need to use a jack and press everything back together.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't.
Okay, so now we need to remove this mount and put it on this one. So we're just gonna take it apart.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. We're searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
Thank you guys for watching. Unfortunately, I don't have a time to test drive it, but I'm gonna make two videos. This is going to be a part 1, and part 2 is going to be a test drive of this Lada, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about this kit. For now, I think it's awesome. I think it's good quality, but we're gonna see when it's on the road. So guys, please share, like and subscribe, and see you next time.